very interesting time for everyone, and everyone I'm speaking to is really talking about the roller coaster of emotions that they're feeling. One of the really wonderful things that yoga can do for you is to teach you to practice staying calm amidst the activity. Yeah, we practice that one breath at a time. But let's not talk about doing yoga, let's do yoga. I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes. And Poppy, I need you to get off the mat. Thank you. Off the mat. Good dog. Okay, so let's begin with a squat. When we squat, we point the heels backwards with the hands together. See if you can weight bear as evenly as you can through both the left and the right foot. And take a breath here. And exhale. Let's lift the heels in the air and take another breath. Bringing the knees down to the floor, but keeping the toes tucked under for a moment. That's working on the flexion of the toes, the ankles, and the knees. Just going easily here, taking a breath. And then let's come into Virasana. Now, if this is not good for your knees, any pain at all, you could sit on a block or two, or sit with the block higher. You could also sit on a towel or a blanket, or you could sit cross-legged. But I'd like you to find a place to sit. We'll be here just for about a minute, where we just really get ourselves ready to be present and to work with all the things that yoga works with. Okay, let's bring the hands to stack and the thumbs to touch lightly. And sit those hands in your lap and lift through the midline. We lift all the way up, including up through the crown of the head. The shoulders are broad. The navel draws back slightly. The shoulders are relaxed down the back, and close your eyes. Let go of everything that doesn't serve you for now. Turn the volume of your thoughts down and the attention on your breath up. We'll breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. One more breath here. Draw the breath in through the nose and press the breath out through the nose. Release the effort of the breath. Bow the head now. Bring the chin all the way to the chest. Open your eyes. Let the eyes focus. And inhale and lift your head. Okay, let's begin. In our yoga practice today, one of the things we're going to concentrate on is being clear about where the foundation is. So in my mind, the foundation is anything that's touching the mat. So my foundation here in Virasana is from the knees, the shins, the feet, and with the foundation, the sitting bones, the buttocks, I'm pressing down. Yeah, so it's good to check in with what's happening with your foundation. I'll also talk about support. So how are we supporting the structure, the skeletal structure? And we support it with the muscles. In yoga, we're really wanting to use as much of the body as possible. We then we also bring in the breath and the drishti. The drishti is the point of focus. It helps us continue our mindfulness and this opportunity to be present, not taking notice of those thoughts that probably never go away. We just keep the volume turned down. Okay, enough talk about that. Okay, so let's begin. Poppy, you really will need to get off the mat now. Good girl. Okay. So here we are with the shoulders directly over the wrists, the knees under the hips. So let's say our foundation is hands, knees, shins and feet. So we're pushing down. But there's a lift up, a responsive lift up that we could call the support. We're lifting the wrists up. We're lifting the front body up. We're lifting the chest and the head. And now we're looking forward. So we want to keep the eyes steady. And importantly, we're breathing in and breathing out. So foundation, support, and breath. Okay, so let's keep this lift and step back to plank. Foundation is the hands and now the 10 toes. And the lift is the whole front body. So we could call that the support, the response. Breathe in here and breathe out to dog pose. Now, if your back doesn't feel like it can extend with straight legs, you could also bend your legs here. But we're going to lift the legs and lower the heels down towards the floor. The foundation now is the 2 hands and the feet, and the support is largely the front body pulling back. The squeezing of the arms engage the arm muscles. The eyes are gazing on the mat in front of the feet, and we're breathing in and breathing out. Good. Okay, so let's bring the knees down to the floor. We can continue that principle regardless of the pose we're doing. So let's bring the knees apart, the toes to touch, and walk the hands forward. So any time in this practice today where we're doing plank or dog pose, you could also do this version of pose of the child, where the head is hovering just off the floor. The foundation is the hands, the knees, all the way to the feet. And the front body is lifting. That's the support. The eyes are looking past the tip of the nose. And you're breathing in and breathing out. Good. So inhale and lift the head and walk the hands all the way back now. Knees point forward. Shoulders stack over the wrists. We're stepping back to plank. Foundation, press down, lift up, breathe in, and breathe out to dog pose again. One breath here. And then let's move a little with this. So inhale forward, eyes look forward. Exhale, back to dog pose. Inhale to plank, chest lifts, head lifts. Exhale to plank. 3 is the number. And again, inhale, shoulders come forward to plank. Head lift slightly, look forward. And exhale back. This time, inhale, come all the way forward. We're going to come down to the floor. There's a few options. You could bring your knees down or lower all the way down. We're going to tuck the toes under and find the first of a little back bend. Yeah, a balance practice includes a little back bend, but we're going to extend through the feet, pressing the toes down. And as you inhale, so the support, yeah, feet, hips, pubic bones pressing down, and hands. As you inhale, you're going to keep the shoulders lifted and take this tiny little back bend just until the back muscles engage. So that'll be inhale. We exhale on the way down. Tuck the toes under. You can leave the knees or not to plank and then come back to dog pose. Good, so let's do that on the breath. So inhale forward to plank. Exhale, find your way to the floor as you do. Untuck your toes. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale to plank. Exhale to dog pose. One more. Inhale forward. Exhale lower. Inhale, little lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, push straight up to plank. Exhale, dog pose. And let's settle in here for a rest. And dog pose is eventually the rest. We'll take 5 breaths here. But if your arms now need a rest, you could come down to pose of the child with your toes tucked under or not. So we're breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Our foundation is both hands and feet. The support is as much of the body as you can find. And the front body is really responding strongly. One more breath. And let's inhale forward to plank. So now there's another option. You can still lower all the way to the floor with your knees down or not. Or for those that can, as we exhale, we're going to come into chaturanga and move into Urdhva Mukha from there rather than the little back bend. Okay, so let's all inhale together, pushing the floor away, and exhale either to the floor or to chaturanga where you're just off the floor. Inhale forward and up, and exhale back. Take a breath. We're going to do 2 more of those. Let me remind you of the other variation. Inhale forward, exhale all the way to the floor. Inhale, little lift. Exhale down. Inhale, plank. And exhale, dog pose. 1 breath here. Back to the stronger variation. For those that can, inhale forward. Exhale, chaturanga, or all the way to the floor. Inhale, over the toes, or a little back bend. Exhale, back to dog pose. Or if you're on the floor, you've lowered back to the floor. You're going to inhale up to plank, and exhale, join us in dog pose. Everyone take a breath. Okay. Now, we do a lot of transitions where we're stepping the foot forward, and it's important that we use the core when we do that. So we're going to find a way to do that a little more. So let's lift the heels, and you're going to bring your right knee right down between your thumbs. Okay, have a look at my back. Yeah, I'm not using any support, no front body action. I'd like you to pull your ribs back now, your navel back, and keep those abdominal muscles on. Keep the shoulders over the wrist, keep the legs straight, and we're going to pick up that knee. Yeah, I'm going to pick up the knee and the foot 3 times from the core. So when you're ready, inhale, lift, exhale, tap. Inhale, lift a little bit higher, exhale, tap that knee back to the floor. Inhale, higher, exhale, tap down, and let's go back to dog pose for a breath. So left side, let's pick up the leg and bring the knee all the way forward between the thumbs. We'll pull the front body back on, keep it on, push the hands down, tailbone goes down. When you're ready, inhale, lift, exhale, tap. Inhale, lift a little bit higher, exhale down. Front body's lifting, inhale, lift all the way up, exhale down. And let's head back to dog pose. Take a breath there. Okay, let's lift the heels, and we step. Use those same muscles that you used to bring the knee forward. We want to bring that foot now between the thumbs. We're going to untuck the toe at the back, bring the elbow to the knee, the hand to the wrist, and rest the arm slightly. So let's come back to this foundation. Press your foot down, your knee down, your foot down at the back. Support your body at the front with your breath, and have your drishti just past the tip of your nose. Feel where you need to let go, where you need to provide strength. Good. Okay, so we're heading back to dog pose. You're going to bring your hands down to the mat. You could head straight back to dog pose, or you could inhale here and exhale chaturanga. Inhale forward slowly and lift, and exhale back to dog pose. We all take another breath, drawing the breath in and pressing the breath out. So left side, let's use the core muscles to step the left foot forward. Bring the knee to the floor, elbow to the knee, the hand to the wrist. Keep the ankle under the knee. Control the movement of the pelvis, so that's the support. Look past the tip of your nose, keep your eyes steady. So where your eyes go, your mind will follow. We're breathing in and breathing out. Let's take another breath. Okay, so again, we're heading back to dog pose. As you choose, straight back to dog pose, or as you exhale, into chaturanga. Inhale, up face dog, and exhale, downward dog. Take a breath here. And another one. You stay in dog pose. I'm going to switch sides so I can demonstrate on the right side near the camera for this one. Okay, we're going to lift the heels. We're going to step that right foot forward again using the core, but this time we're going to have the right foot to the outside of the hand. We're going to bring that knee down. This lets us work a little deeper in the hips. A lot of our emotional history sits in the hips. It's a really good time to let that go. If that's enough, you're going to stay there, but you could also bring your elbows down. Yeah, so when we consider this concept of staying calm in the midst of activity or in the midst of strong sensations, it's all here. It's all here for us on the mat. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, keep your front body lifted, bring the hands down. So we're heading back to dog pose. Lots of different ways we can do that. You can step straight back to dog pose now, of course with grace and style. Yeah. Or you can come a little further forward. Come a little further forward and pick that foot up. Take a breath here before you lower into chaturanga. Inhale and lift. And exhale, press back. Take a restful breath. Switch around again for me. When you're ready, left side, let's bring it forward. Bring the knee to the floor and press the hips forward. Be curious. Yeah, we really work to be curious rather than judging. And everything we say about yoga, we could say about life. Let's practice being curious about the changing times. Notice the opportunities. And again, if you can, you're going to bring your elbows down to the floor. Just feeling where you need to let go in the hips. Of course, breathing in and breathing out. Okay, we're heading back to dog pose. Lots of different ways. Pick up the back knee. You can step straight back to dog pose now. Otherwise, you're going to squeeze that knee right into the shoulder, round your back, and pick up that left foot. Take a breath here. And lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, forward and lift. And exhale to dog pose. Take a breath. And let's again step the right foot between the thumbs and turn the feet to parallel now. Padottanasana. We're going to wrap the fingers around the big toes or hold the legs and bring the head down towards the floor. Shoulders lift, elbows lift. And we're breathing in and breathing out. On your next inhalation, let's look forward and lift the chest. Hands to the waist as you exhale, and inhale, come all the way up. Okay, take a breath here. Standing poses help us ground ourselves. Yeah, let's turn the right foot out, push the left heel away, Square the hips and really feel, where's the foundation? Yeah, foundation is just the 2 feet. The support is the trunk. We have our breath and our drishti to complete that. Trikonasana or Tita Trikonasana. Extend through the arms, left and right. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, reach down to your leg. Check in on your foot. And then swivel the head to look up. We're lining up the shoulders and the hips. We're breathing in and breathing out. We're stretching the intercostal muscles between the ribs, the top of the gluteus, perhaps the sciatic nerve. Pressing the feet down, engaging the legs. When you're ready, inhale, push the foot down to come all the way up. And swivel the feet to the left. Square the hips, find your breath, and bring the hand down. It doesn't matter how low it is. The alignment in Trikonasana is much more important than how low the hand is. Keep pressing the feet down evenly. Inner thighs come forward, reaching up into your fingertips. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Notice where your mind goes, notice where your eyes are. And inhale, all the way up. Bring your feet to parallel. And then let's spin around, turn the right foot around, pick the left heel up, bring the hands down, and you're either heading back to dog pose or finding chaturanga again. Inhale, forward and lift. And exhale to dog pose. One breath. Let's again step the right leg forward and turn the feet to parallel. This time we'll come straight up, hands to the waist, head up, chest up. Grounding yourself through your feet. Make sure they line up, that the toes line up. We're going to turn the right foot around, push the left heel away, square the hips to the long edge of the mat again, and this time we're bending the leg to Virabhadrasana 2. Bend the leg. Foundation is 2 feet, press them both down. Support is the front body. And let's bring the fingertips out, away from each other. So hold the arms up from the underneath. We work towards a right angle. Steady the mind amidst the activity in your body. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll use an inhalation to come up. Swivel the feet to the left side. Breathe in and breathe out. Find the bend slowly. You don't need to do anything in a hurry. Check in on your foundation, 2 feet. Where's the support? We wrap it all together with the breath and the drishti. So we bring the mind into this place with us where we're finding our strength and we're being present. Take one more breath. And push that foot down. Straighten the left leg. Let's one last time spin all the way around. Over the right foot, you're heading back to dog pose. Perhaps through chaturanga and urdhva mukha. Back to Adho Mukha. One breath, downward dog. And let's bring the knees down to the floor and swing them forward. Dandasana. Take a breath here. Really squeezing the legs towards each other. The spine is long. Yeah? We squeeze into the midline. We reach through the feet and take a breath. And let's take our first forward bend. We're going to cross the legs with the right leg to the outside. When we fold forward from a seated place, we really want to make sure that we're moving from the hips. So it's a hinge at the hips as opposed to a rounding of the back. So use your fingertips in front, lift the chest, and then walk forward. Keep the spine long, keep the neck over the shoulders rather than in front. Find the support of the front body. Walk as far forward as you can with your fingertips. When you've come as far as you can, then quietly place the hands down. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice where your eyes are. Notice where your mind is. Come back to this. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll use an inhalation and the support of your front body to come all the way up. Lean back, change the cross of the legs, and fold again, hinging at the hips, keeping the lift of the chest. Walking the hands forward, right on the fingertips. Just observing whatever it is you observe. Be curious. We learn to respond, breathing in and breathing out. When the hands have come as far forward as they can, press them down evenly. Breathing in and breathing out. As you inhale, lift your head, lift your chest, walk your hands all the way back. And let's again extend the legs for Dandasana. Good. Okay, I'll turn this way so it's clearer. You're going to pick up your right leg and draw it back. You're going to bring the right heel into the top of the right thigh or to the top of the left thigh, depending on what works in your hips. Turn the trunk towards the left leg, and again we're looking for that hinging action. Walk forward on your fingertips, and if your foot is within reach, grab it. You could also use a belt around your foot. And let's be here, sitting down into the sitting bones, lengthening forward, keeping both the throat and the back of the neck long. Breathing in and breathing out. And again, breathing in and breathing out. One more breath. Breathe in and breathe out. As you inhale, lift your head and chest and release. Extend that leg forward. Pick up the left leg now. Let's draw it back. It's like a Maxwell Smart shoe phone. Yeah, there's no one to laugh at my jokes now. Those were the days. Okay, let's, the heel is going to the top of the thigh or to the right leg. And let's turn over the straight leg and fold. Feeling that hinging action in the hips again. Observing the sensations, maintaining the extension of the spine, the support at the front. If the foot is there, grab it. Otherwise, you could use a belt or keep your hands on the floor, but find this. Janasasana 1. It's just delightful forward bend. Press the leg down. The top of the leg presses down, the bottom of the leg presses down. And we breathe in and out. Breathe in and breathe out. On your next inhalation, lift your head and chest and release. Dandasana. Okay, lie on your back now. Oy. Lie on your back with your feet hip width apart. Press your elbows down. Keep the chin in towards the chest, and from the feet, lift. Lift the back of the thighs. Lift the buttocks. Setu Bandha. Outer thighs lift up, inner thighs turn down. Take a breath. When you come down, make sure your shoulders are broad. You lower all the way down to the floor. And there's the timer. It would be best now if you could set your own timer and lay in Shavasana for 5 minutes and allow this to really settle into your body. I hope you can. It was lovely to do yoga with you, and let's do this again sometime soon. Namaste.